Excuse me. Good evening, Gooners. Good evening, football fans, and everybody else that's interested in football. And welcome to the Big Sunday Show. And we've got a lot to talk about this week, so it's going to be a great show, I think. But before we do start the talking about everything, I'm going to introduce my guests. We have all the way from America, the man in black, the Star Spangled Wanker. Oh, yeah, I know who gave you that name. How you doing, Brian?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I just want to say thanks again for everything a couple weeks ago. Like, it really, really was the experience of a lifetime. Sean, I'm sorry, you and I weren't able to meet up. Mark, I'm sorry, you and I were able to meet up. But Richard, Des, it was amazing. Glad to be back. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. And I've got to say, we've got the sexiest man who supports Arsenal on the show tonight. Mark, how you doing, mate?
Thank you, Des. Brilliant introduction. I appreciate it massively. Can I just say, for the sake of the viewers, that Brian's trip was horrendous. He went for a Sunday dinner out of a pub that was always going to be shit, and he actually thought it was a good thing. We were in Chinatown, we could have experienced something absolutely magical, but Brian had to get his Yorkshire pudding. It was all about him that day. So, yeah, no submarine, absolute wanker, and I wasted a lot of money on my half.
There's a lot of love in the room. Richard's just dropped out. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute.
Don't bring him
but
back.
we probably have the sexiest man on the planet on the show as well, actually. Yeah, and sorry, ladies, but he's going to be, well, he's taken already, but he's going to be seriously taken in a couple of weeks. So, Sean, how you doing, bro? Yeah, not bad. Yeah. All good for seeing you guys on here. It makes my week.
He's actually going to miss the Arsenal Forest game because he's on a honeymoon. What pathetic.
And so he should be. Leave him alone.
It's pathetic.
Right? Host, guest, yeah?
I'm not guest. It's pathetic. Remember. It's pathetic that he's missing an Arsenal game. Why did he not get married in the off-season? What kind of gentleman is this? This is a joke.
Look, women, let's be fair, women usually choose the date they want to get married.
Are you a man or a mouse?
To be fair, I've picked a date. I'm getting married when England are playing, so I picked a good time to avoid that.
No, Arsenal are playing Forest and you're on a honeymoon.
Well,
you don't even watch game.
Not much I can do, Mark. Unless I do the honeymoon.
You don't even watch game when you're on your honeymoon. But you don't even watch it. Part-time supporter.
No, I will.
Give the man a break.
Give him a break. This is pathetic.
Not everybody's tarred with the same brush as you, Mark. You know what I mean? Things come before. We love our Arsenal. Don't get us wrong, but life is life.
Would be London.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on now. Shush. Or I'll put you in your creche. Shush. Right? Okay. I'm just bringing Richard back in because
right? Sorry about that. Emerson gave me a quick phone call, so I needed to take it. So.
Have a word with him next time, will you? How you doing, Richard? You all right?
Yeah, I'm brilliant. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad, mate. I'm good. Right, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen at the moment. We may have a lady joining us soon. I don't know. You know who I am. I'm Des the Enforcer. I'm your host for this evening. I hope you enjoy the show, whoever's watching. Don't forget to get in the chat. Don't forget to give us a share, a like, a subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But, guys, we have to start with Eze, don't we? Sean, I'm going to come to you first. And can I just say, I don't know if you caught up with our watch-along yesterday, but we played your video twice. So thanks very much for sending that in.
No
thanks for sending it in, mate. You were at the ground. So how did it feel when he walked out?
Mate, the roar was unbelievable. I don't know if the camera really picked it up or even because I watched the what Sky Sports put out as well, but the roar was like humongous when they announced him when he walked out. It was like it's one of the biggest roars I've heard. So it's definitely a transfer that everyone is on top of and everyone's happy about. But I actually wish they'd do stuff like that a bit more with our transfers and bring them out before the game because I think it creates a right buzz around the ground.
I would totally agree with you, mate. And to be honest, look how the game turned out yesterday. And that could be partly down to Eze coming out before the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Brian, what are your thoughts on Eze coming out, mate? And being as you're across the water, and obviously you've had to watch it on the telly, like me.
I think the story for him is really, really good. He was here till what, he was 13 or something like that, and ended up getting released. Went through other places, went to Palace, kind of parallel to Ian Wright, which I think is really cool. And he's coming back to his boyhood club. He says he's an Arsenal fan. Like this means something to him. And I think, having that connection, to the club itself, and really kind of feeling the way that we do, we as supporters feel about the club. Yeah, I think it means a lot. And, to echo your point, everybody got hype. I mean, we saw the video, they showed a replay on Peacock and whatever like that. And yeah, I really, really think that energy transferred into the team, and it was a great result yesterday, and really, really excited to have him on board. Mark, your kit's kind of worthless now unless you want to take the Sharpie and change the name on the back, but
Well, no, Brian, you could be wrong. Before I go to Mark and ask him about the Eze situation, you could be wrong because of the Saka situation, we may have to go in and get Rodrigo now. We might have
but the number 10's already taken now. So
yeah,
I don't know what Mark's gonna do.
Mark's got a 10 because he thinks Rodrigo's 10 out of 10. See what I mean? Got you covered there, Mark. Got you covered. Mark, what's your feelings about the Eze deal and walking on the pitch and everything else? What's your feelings on it, mate?
For me, Des, personally, I really wanted, I really wanted, and I really still want Rodrigo, and not. I just feel that signing is the thing to unlock defences and give Arsenal something different. So, Eze, I do feel it's an amazing signing, and I'm delighted that we've signed him, and he will bring something different. I just think Rodrigo is that just bit extra. So I am excited. When I look at the Arsenal team and I look at the Arsenal bench, and you're adding class of an Eze to the Arsenal team, you've got to be excited, Des. You've got to be excited. There's no other way to put it. I remember last season, I've got players down all over the park, and we've got like 5 left backs on our bench. It's like it is incredible. Honestly, I'm speechless with it, and I think this Arsenal team could go on and win the league. So Eze is a massive part of that. He is a fantastic footballer. He will unlock defences for Arsenal. He will do things. He can play in multiple positions. He's frightening, and yeah. And yesterday, it gave me a buzz when I watched the walkout. Sean's video was the first time I saw it, and I saw him walking out, and I saw the smile, and I was like, "You know what this means, man. You know 100% what this football club's about. You're not smiling because of the paycheck or anything. It's like you're smiling because you're Arsenal." And so that for me is absolutely phenomenal. Really phenomenal.
Cool. Richard, your turn, mate.
Yeah, I mean, an amazing signing for us. It gives us depth. It gives us quality in depth, and we can set up in multiple ways with multiple options in different positions. It gives us that unpredictability, and you've seen him for Palace. You see the quality he has, and I expect him to get regular England call ups now, because he should have already been getting them. I think because he's at Palace, and the perception that smaller clubs don't produce players of that quality is wrong. And it gives me Ian Wright vibes. I think he could do for us what Ian Wright did for us
Yeah, it's
when
cool,
he
mate.
came in.
Talking of Ian Wright, that introduction video was brilliant. I loved that introduction video.
No, I think it was spot on, and it
Do
was
you
the
guys
right way to
concur with
go.
that? Do you think the introduction video was good? Have you seen it?
Yeah, they played it at half time. I
Oh,
really
did they?
enjoyed it.
Did
Yeah,
they?
it was really good. The only thing I would have tried to add if they could was a bit of banter with Sol Campbell in there.
Yeah, like Sol Campbell 2.0 or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd go on the Emmanuel Petit one because he was there was more similarities to that,
Yeah, I
wasn't
get what
there?
you mean.
You know, Des, I actually felt embarrassed last night because I was watching Talk Sport, and the two nuggets that I like to call them. It just
Cundy
flashed
and
up,
O'Hara. Cundy and
Yeah.
O'Hara. Yeah.
and they're like cringe.
I've seen it.
And I was like, what the fuck is cringe about a basic video? That Arsenal could not have made that any plainer than
Mark,
what they actually did. And it was like, do you know what? You're only saying this for clicks, you fucking idiots.
No, but that's it. You see, at the end of the day, when other fans are jealous, they have to put you down in some way. And the only way those two can do it is say, oh, Arsenal cringe. That's
Do you know what? I could
yeah.
like I was speaking to Richard today. I was travelling from Preston back up to Scotland today. I was speaking to Richard regarding Gyökeres, and I actually think Arsenal should have got copyrighted and just paid millions of pounds in compensation for. We should have put the Bain video out.
Yeah.
For Gyökeres signing, we should have done that. Honestly,
Get your
that would have
marks
hit harder than crack. It really would have hit harder than crack. And I could understand people saying that's cringe, but Arsenal fans would have loved it. Yesterday's video, I'm like, we've just signed Eze, and what you've got is Ian Wright sitting on a freaking chair.
Arsenal
saying,
legend, by the way. Arsenal legend.
Yeah, saying a few words. Like, what is cringe about that?
Nothing.
There's zero cringe that whatsoever. It was the plainest welcome video I have ever seen of any Arsenal player.
But it said it all. It said everything that needed to be said. So,
Exactly, it stripped it back. It was anything but cringe. So
right. So I want to go. Yes.
Before we move on, Des, just my three favourite videos this one have been the Zubamendi one, the Madueke one, and the Olivia Smith one. You didn't know what other people thought.
Well, going on what you said about the two nuggets, mate, O'Hara said that Eze was a good footballer as well. If he'd have gone to Tottenham, he'd have been a great footballer. But because put my words right, because he didn't go to Tottenham, he's a good footballer. That's just bitter, mate. Anyway, I want to go into the chat because Yarson has asked a pretty decent question, actually. How do you feel about the net spend this summer? And if you don't mind, guys, I'll just go first just to give a bit of context. I'm getting a bit fed up, right, with people saying, "Oh, Arteta spent £1 billion, billion pounds, yeah, or euros, dollars, whatever. It could be drachmas for all I care, right?" I'm going to say one thing, and then I'm going to come to all of you. He spent £1 billion because he had to spend £1 billion because of the team he inherited. That's it, plain and simple, yeah. And if that's the best you can throw at Arsenal, then you need more. That's not having to go at you, Yarson, because you actually are asking the question, and the lads will answer it for you. But I'm just going to say I've heard it said that Arteta spent £1 billion because he's had to spend £1 billion. It's as simple as that. But of course, it has to be another mark against Arteta and everything else. Do you know what I mean? Always comes back to the manager when it doesn't have to. But anyway, I'm going to go to the lads now and see what they think. Rich, I'm going to start with you, mate, because you love your stats and everything. How do you feel about the net spend?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a £1 billion net spend. It's I mean, he's only spent 898, I think it is, if you take all the sales in that period into consideration. But this summer, I'm not concerned. We needed 7 to 9 players. We've got 7 in. It looks like we're going to use Dowman from the academy on on some sort of basis and give him some game time when it's appropriate. So that makes 8 players. Can't be unhappy with that. We'll get onto the sales and see what Berta does there. But if he does as well in the sales as he has done in the purchases, who can be
he's only got a couple of
unhappy
days left
with
to
it?
get the sales done, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's
but
not very-
I mean, it's you're talking. You can do deals in 3 or 4 days if you're necessary. I mean, he's been talking to clubs about Zinchenko. He's been and Trossard and Kivior's interesting clubs. So if there's anything to be done, we'll get it done. He doesn't hang about when he
Sean,
needs to.
how do you feel about the net spend this summer?
As long as it doesn't impact anything financially in terms of fair play, I don't really care. I don't care how much we spend.
I think we're well under the fair play rules, mate.
Get the players that we need, get the squad that we need, so we can win the trophies. Means you've got to spend big. You've got to spend big. I mean, you have to spend big if you want to compete with, Liverpool spending 400 million and City spending 200 in January, another 200 this summer. It's how you have to keep in touch with all of these teams. Otherwise, they all just pull away from you.
Yeah. I'm going to leave Cronky Jr. till last because it's his inheritance that they're spending. So, Mark, how do you feel about the net spend?
I wish you had left me to last. This is my thing. I love this.
Well, I can go to Brian first if you want.
Brian, do you want to go first, please? I love this. This is my shit. I'm all over this.
Brian, how do you feel about the net spend, bro?
So yeah, just kind of echoing everybody, to be able to compete in this league and to be able to compete in Europe, you have to spend the money. If we get the sales out the door, Richard, to your point a little bit about how Berta is able to get a deal done in 3-4 days. Essentially, that Eze deal was done in like 4 hours. Like as soon as Havertz went down, it was like, hey, pick up the phone. And apparently, we have a really, really good relationship with Crystal Palace, and they gave us, first right of refusal on the price, and we took it. They knew that Eze wanted to be with us. He didn't want to be with Tottenham, and so it worked out really, really well in our favor. My concern, kind of echoing Sean a little bit, is not necessarily about the PSRs in the Premier League. I'm more concerned about financial fair play in Europe because it's a different time period from what PSRs are. PSRs go season by season, whereas financial fair play goes calendar year to calendar year. And so there's a little bit off where we may be good on PSRs, but we may not be good on financial fair play. But in as much as the money we've had to spend, I don't necessarily think that we've really overspent for anybody. There was that dick measuring contest between us and Sporting, which we won. We have bigger dicks. Again, Eze was what, 60 million pounds, something like that.
67 and a half in total with add-ons.
And that's worth it. I think you kind of have to look at it like, all right, this is how much money we're spending, but then, how much revenue is that going to bring in? How much are we going to win the further we go in the different competitions? And so, yeah, I'm okay with it. And anybody that says, oh, they spend so much money, fuck them. Like everybody else is doing it. So why can't?
Can I just say before I go to Mark, everybody's saying the reason we got Eze was because of Kai Havertz. That isn't actually true. We've been talking to. It speeded things up possibly, but
yeah,
we've been talking to Eze for weeks. We've just been doing it on the low. Do you know what I mean? So, you'll find other clubs and other fans are using Havertz as the excuse. But if you actually break it down, it wasn't. I will admit, and Richard will probably tell you in a minute, it was down to not down to Havertz solely. It just speeded things up. Right, Mark,
right.
do your bit, and then after Mark's done his bit, guys, I'm going to quickly go into the chat, okay, and then we'll get onto the match.
I love questions like that. That really gets my juices going. 2014, Manchester City win the double. They win the double. 2016, they bring in the best manager, arguably, in the world into the football club. Since then, to this date, they've spent £2 billion. Excess of £2 billion. So if Arteta has spent £1 billion and he's competing, why are we not giving him flowers? He's up against the best manager in the world. He spent half the money, and by the way, Man City were able to sell. They were able to sell the double winning side and make money. What did we do? We paid players off. Who was the best player that Arsenal had under Arteta? Aubameyang. Cost £20 million to pay that fucker off and get him off to Barcelona. £20 million it cost. Our best player. We've had no sales. We've done nothing. Arteta, Arsenal, the Cronkies, and I'm going to give them credit, have rebuilt and revamped everything to the fact that we've only spent £1 billion and we are second in the league. And now all our rivals are shaking in their fucking boots because we're doing it properly. And as Sean picked out, and it is a key point, we are not a Man City cheating bastards. We are not fucking Liverpool or any of the rest of it. We do it properly. We do it fucking properly. So, no cheating. We're under FFP. We're under PSR. That's done quarterly, by the way. That's why Liverpool and Arsenal are spending, Sean. It's not done like on a yearly basis. It's quarterly. So this season is why you're seeing high fees getting paid for players. Last season was the end of the PSR threshold, and we signed Raheem Sterling because we had like, don't even get me started on that, but we didn't actually fucking spend. So
that's your favorite player, dude.
Me to fuck you, right? So I with that, respect my fucking manager, respect my football club. Because these are facts. I'm not speaking shit. They're absolute fucking facts. Best manager in the world spent double. And Arteta outclassed him last season. He will get there this season. End of. Give me Rodrigo. End of story.
But here's a hot take. Pep's not the best manager in the world.
He's a checkbook manager.
Exactly. And that has always been my point. Like, he did the same shit at Barcelona. He did the same shit at Bayern Munich. Spent, dump like oil tankers full of money at Man City. Put him at the shit 5 miles up the road. He's not going to do anything close to what he's doing right now.
Go and give him the Brentford job. Go and let's see what he does with Brentford. Checkbook manager. So don't diss my manager. Do not diss him at all. I'm actually this shit annoys me.
Manager, mate. I don't think Yarson is dissing the manager. He's just asking a question.
Yeah, but I know. But this is what a lot of. Listen, I used to do a lot of Arsenal spaces. This shit boils my piss. It really fucking boils my piss.
Just
Nigerians and Africans all around the fucking world come out with this shit. Come to reality. Go and visit the Emirates just once in your fucking life and actually get in and around it, and you'll actually see what's going on at our football club. Rather than speak your shit online.
There was a stat the other day that Arteta has spent more than Pep so far.
Yeah, that is crap. It's total crap. He has spent just over £1 billion, whereas Pep spent closer to £2 billion. The people putting it out is misinformation, and it's a bit like with, and I believe Bertha and the club did it. Ornstein came out. There's PS. They got to sell before we buy. Concerns about FFP, but if you look at Swiss Rambler and you look at Maguire, the financial experts, they haven't said a peep about any financial issues with us. They've said we're fine, and they've not piped up once. I think it was a line fed by the club just to keep us
Do you know what, Des?
under the radar.
Des, I want to come back on this even more, right? See in 2019, during COVID, and even beyond, we've not produced anything out of our academy worth note. Not one fucking thing worth any kind of note whatsoever. It's been dog shit. No players coming through, etc. Arteta and the whole Arsenal, look at it now. We're bringing not world-class players, but potential flying through our academy. Absolutely flying through our academy. We're talking like the Star Spangled Banner came out with in the Dream Squad about selling Ethan. It was quite right to do that. We now are producing the best fucking things out of our academy. That is untrue. Players are leaving our academy because they know they've not got a chance to get into the squad. Arsenal Football Club are elevating, and people just do not see it. And that's down to Arteta.
Fair enough.
And his coaching staff and everyone else at the football club. And people just do not fucking see it. And honestly, it irritates the 11 daylights out of me.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to go in the chat just for a second, guys. Yasin, it was a great question. Thank you very much for asking it, and thank you for being in the chat. Yeah, appreciate it. Mr. Tom, congratulations, Arsenal fans. Thanks, mate. That's very gracious of you.
Yeah, thank you.
So thanks, appreciate that. Brian Yarson says it's sunny in your house, Cronky Jr. Ange just joined us. Evening, Ange. Evening, Mr. Tom, 5-star. Cool, Mr. Tom.
Ouch.
Just having a go at Ange here, I think. Come on now, Ange. 5-star. Nice one, Ange. What else we got? Just quickly, just flicking through. Right, while I'm doing these now, guys, I want your breakdown of the match from yesterday. Okay, Sean, I'm going to start with you because you were at the ground and you get it from a different perspective. Okay, so can you give us your breakdown of the match, please, mate?
The first half was pretty much almost a bit samey for last season. I was never worried about Leeds. They never really did anything. They had that one corner where Raya had to pull off the save. I was never worried about losing the game or such or conceding. But it's the same trying to break them down issues for me. I think the forward line looked really good. The left side looked the best I've seen it in a long time. I think Calafiori and Madueke, they clicked really, really well throughout that game. And I actually thought they looked a little bit better in terms of attack than the other side. But that's more so because they're still doubling up on Saka, which they didn't stop them anyway. For me, Gyökeres is there and he's making so many runs throughout that game, and you can see him get. I was kind of watching him quite a lot. You can see him get so frustrated because he's making all these runs time and time again. Then turns around, throws his hands up, irritated because he's not being found or not being looked at, or no one is brave enough to play the pass. And it kind of all switched, which take it how you like, but it switched a lot as soon as Odegaard actually came off the pitch and we started playing a bit more braver. And I think he needs to play a little bit more. He's a bit too safe, Odegaard, for me in that game. And he just comes, that whole U-shaped crap that we do again comes from Odegaard. As soon as that switched to Ranieri, a ball carrier, it was flying forward a lot more and it opened the game up a lot. And then, the floodgates opened.
Yeah. I'm glad you made that point, actually, Sean, about the Raya save. because that was a turning point in the game for me.
Mm.
I don't think a lot of people realise how important that save was, because that could have put a total different outlook on the game. Yeah. So you make a great point about that. Okay. Was there any more you wanted to say, Sean?
No, that's it.
No, you're cool. You're cool. Okay, Mark, let's go for your break. No, actually, I'm going to go to Richard because he was on the watch along with me. Before I let you say anything, though, Richard, right? Can I just say, over 2,000 people yesterday on all platforms watched our watch along, and all I can say to every single one of you is thanks very much. We really, really do appreciate it, because me and Richard love doing these watch alongs. Sean's been on a couple with us. Brian's been on a few with us, and of course, the wee Scotsman's always there. You know, it's like a bad smell, but we put up with him. You know.
Shit, I don't know why 2,000 people would waste their day actually watching your fucking watch along, but
So probably because you weren't there, so that's probably why. So it's good. It's all
you
good.
would have had 4,000 if it was there.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Anyway, Richard, give us your breakdown of the.
Yeah.
Just your breakdown, mate.
Well, I thought the first five, 10 minutes was okay. Leeds got the corner, great save from Raya, but then we fell back. Then we fell back into that habit of.
Who made the save for Richard?
Raya. Just for
Did
Brian.
you say it was slightly wilder?
I did it for Brian. Raya.
Correct on.
No,
Richard.
I'm not acknowledging that. I'm not acknowledging that.
We then slowed the ball down. I mean, there were the passing lanes, and as Sean said, at the moment we're not getting that ball through to Gyökeres quick enough, and I think that's more habit. We've been drilled for the last two seasons, safe. So that risky pass isn't always the one that the muscle memory makes. But with Zubamendi in there, Madueke, and now Eze, you're adding players that will take those risks and play those risky paths. I think it'll come. It'll just take time. But when things are a little hairy, I think you'll see sometimes us revert back to that passing shapes. Overall, I thought it was good. I mean, if you look at the Timber one for Saka's goal, straight through the line, it was a lovely pass. The Calafiori one, and yeah, it will take a bit of time. I think with Eze coming in, that left hand side will look a lot more dangerous, and it might free up Saka as well and take that extra attacker away from him.
Fair enough. Are you finished, Rich?
Yeah.
I need little lights to come up when you're finished and that, and then it'd make my job hell of a lot easier. Right, I've got to go to Brian first because I can't go to Mark because I remembered, even though I was going to ask him to do it a couple of minutes ago. What happened to you, Mark? Why can't I come to you? What happened to you during the game, mate?
Nothing.
No, you fell asleep, did you not?
Listen, I've been working really hard.
No.
Right, what's happened is I spent over £700 buying every fucker at an Arsenal top.
That's nice. Thanks. Appreciate that.
And I'm having to pay that off by working really hard.
Yeah.
So I fell asleep while the game was on.
1 second. Strike the band up. Mark needs a bit of background music.
No, how about be nice?
What do you want me to do?
Generosity rather than bring me down.
What do you want me to do? Cry for you? What?
No, you didn't have to say it.
No, but you did.
I was super nice. I was super nice to in the North Bank, and this is the thanks that I get back. Now, can I give my take on the game, or is it Brian's take on the game?
Now, let Brian go first.
Well, see, instead of working from like 2 a.m. to like 10 at night, if you had just stayed down in London and played the bagpipes for coins under the bridge by Holloway Road, you wouldn't have any of these problems.
Tell him, Brian. Tell him. But give me your breakdown.
I'm done on this podcast.
I can't believe that.
I'm done. Me and Big Gab are off to Madrid.
Hang on.
I told you, you and Gabriel Martinelli can go anytime you like.
Oh, me and Big Gabby are off to Madrid.
Oh, what happened to Brian then? Let's see if we can get him back. Hopefully he'll come back. Right.
Don't bring him back.
No, shut up. Because Brian's gone, you're going to have to tell your side of the game now.
Right. My side of the game is Rhea made an amazing save, and that's why he is one of the best in the league. So I am 100% I would give that. Zubimendi, you don't actually notice that he's actually on the pitch. You actually have to watch him.
Right.
You actually have to watch him to realise he's there. He just goes about his business brilliantly. And Joki's first goal, it was planned. And I've watched it a couple of times. It was planned. It was an absolutely horrendous pass from Carla Fury.
It's casted as assist though, Mark.
Yeah, it was a horrendous pass. He scuffs it. He's trying to put it down the channel, but he scuffs it. He doesn't get the ball right. He goes underneath the ball. And then Jokeris on the finish scuffs it as well. It was actually a shit goal, but it got him off the mark. So,
hold on a minute. No, stop right there, right? You're saying that Jokeres' goal was a shit goal. Did I just hear you right?
Yeah.
No.
It's actually dog shit.
I disagree 100%. He made
that goal. I would, Des, could you put that comment down, please? No, just wait, please put it down. Please.
I have done, don't worry.
It was a dog shit goal.
It wasn't, mate. He made that goal. It was, mate.
Listen, the bits in between, I am not, it wasn't executed to perfection. Cala Fury, he scuffed it, he got underneath the ball. It was, go watch it back. He got underneath the ball.
About 20 times, mate, because that's how much I like the goal. So
yeah, because I could imagine what you've been doing watching that goal. But anyway, he scuffs it. Cala Fury scuffs it. He gets underneath it. It's not a clean pass. It's a shit pass. And then Jokeris goes in. He doesn't hit the ball cleanly, and he goes in the back of the net. It was a shit goal. It was a really
disagree. But I'll say
you know what though? They don't ask how you scored the goals. They ask how many goals you scored.
Exactly. 2 and 2. And I'll say my piece in a minute. But are you finished, Mark? Carry on if you're not.
Yeah, I'm not finished. The rest of the game, it was great seeing Max come on. I'm not going to analyse a whole lot. I'm disappointed. And there has to be a podcast on Arteta and the style of play. I'm fucking sick of our forwards going down injured. Our wingers should not be defending. If you got the best defence in Europe, we don't have to bring our wingers back to defend. And it is pissing me off to the limits. So that's the only criticism that I would give towards Angie. You're more than welcome. That's the only criticism that I would actually give Arteta. He has to, the style of play has to fucking change, and he has to stop forcing our wingers back. It's causing injuries. I'm finished.
Okay. Brian, I'm going to have my say after you, bro. Go with it. Sorry that you dropped out, all right? But go for it, bro.
Yeah, no. Wait, refresh my memory. What the hell was the question? Not specifically about
breaking down the match, mate, and what you saw and what
I remember you mentioned David Rhea.
Oh yeah,
and I should say his name.
I am not saying his name. I'm not saying his name. I'm not acknowledging that.
He's fucking name, bitch.
Aaron Ramsdale.
Let him talk.
Aaron Ramsdale. No, so coming coming out the gates, I actually thought Leeds pressed pretty well. You know, obviously as the game went on, they didn't. You know, I thought in the first half we were trying to feed Gyökeres the ball. You know, I think we were trying too hard to get him involved in the game. You know, it's our goals came off the corner, and then came off Saka breaking down the right side. once the game went on and Leeds, tried to come out and play a little bit more, that's where things opened up a little bit more. But Gyökeres got his goal, and then Gyökeres buried that penalty. Like he hit that penalty like he meant it. And I owe Gyökeres an apology. I was not really familiar with his game. I was very much on the Sesko train during the summertime, and I was happy but not super excited about Gyökeres. I was wrong. I was wrong, and I will admit it.
Fair enough. Right, I'm going to give my breakdown, but first of all, I'm going to say hello to Gary. Hello, Gary. Thanks for being in the chat, mate. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Don't forget that Gary's got a channel. If you could go over, guys, and have a look at Gary's channel, give him a like, a sub, and everything else. See what he's all about. It's worth it. And just saying that. And one more before we go any further. Gyökeres goal, I wouldn't say it was shit, but it's in, and that's all that matters. Good turn and accurate finishing. Yep, I agree. And then Gary's just got this to say, Gyökeres has scored exactly same goal in Portugal. Right, okay. So, like Sean said, right, the Reyes save was very, very important. It was a game-changing save. Then after that, he didn't really have much to do. The Timber goal was really good. I think Timber is very underrated by a lot of the fan base, to be quite honest with you. But that's just my opinion. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, Saka goal. Saka goal was good, but he could have laid it off to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres could have just knocked it in. Gyökeres could have had a hat trick yesterday. And yes, I know Gyökeres had that attempt, but that was definitely a slip. And I don't think Rich, we said at the time, didn't we? We didn't think he realised
how much time he had. No,
exactly.
I think he thought he had to turn and get that shot off straight away.
Yeah, exactly. And he
had no bearings of where he exactly was.
I mean,
there was a desperation to get that first goal part of it as well.
That was a desperate spin. That's what that was. But let's be fair. If we hadn't won 5-0 yesterday, then the haters and the other clubs would have been able to rip strips off him.
And the other thing is, Gyökeres isn't a pretty player. He's not a technical player. He is about pure brute force and power.
Yeah, he is.
And that's what you won't get spectacular goals. You will get just powerful, scruffy looking goals off him.
So yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, the Gyökeres goal, the first goal, yeah, an assist by Calafiori, right? Now to me, and I know Mark's going to disagree with me on this one, right? But to me, Gyökeres made that goal, right? And to me, it was Omri-ish. He came in from the side like Omri would. He took on two defenders and banged it in the corner. How you can turn around and say, and in Mark's words, that's a shit goal? I don't know. I really don't know, but there you go. But anyway, and he roared. Did you see that lad roar when he scored? That was like the rock was off his back. Yeah, Gyökeres had landed. Yeah, and then I got a little bit excited. I was telling everybody to put their masks up and all this kind of stuff in the watch along. Richard was chucking Dr. Pepper everywhere. Yeah.
Don't have Dr. Pepper in your hand.
Or if you have got Dr. Pepper in your hand, make sure the lid's on it. Make sure the lid's on it. Yeah. I'm not going to take much longer. And that penalty, right? No keeper would have saved that penalty. And I've got to say this as well.
The right way.
I think Lucas Perry, right, left his hands in the changing room because he couldn't catch a ball all day, to be honest. But anyway, 3 points in the bag. Very happy with it. Right, so I'm going to move on from the game now, right? Because end of the day, I don't think we can say much more. But we have to talk about the two injuries. Yeah. Let's talk about the Odegaard injury first, right? Who do I pick? Let's see. Mark, go ahead with the Odegaard injury first, please.
Yeah, it was agnosis. I can't even say it. Tackle, and he landed on his shoulder. frustrating. Hopefully, it's bruising, it's precautionary, and because I actually think Odegaard's came back this season, looking like the Odegaard from 2 seasons ago. So I said, don't put just messages up. So like that's unfortunate. I'm hoping, I'm praying not like he's not like badly injured. I'm really hoping that he's not badly injured. But the second one pisses me off. It actually fucking pisses me off. How can the Liverpool do it where they could keep Salah fit or at his age and have him like just go back to the halfway line? He doesn't have to defend, but Arsenal cannot do that with their wingers when we've got the best defence in Europe. It doesn't make sense to me, Des. So I don't like. Yeah, I'm actually like. I'm angry at Arteta. I'm angry at the club in a whole because we have to change our style of play. And I wasn't picking on Gyökeres for the goal that he scored. He done it brilliantly, but it was just a shit goal. It was, if it was executed properly, it would have been fine. But on the injuries itself, Arsenal need to change what the fuck we are doing because we're getting too many injuries. 23-24 was the only season we didn't get them, and we got rid of Gary O'Driscoll. Last season came back in abundance. This season, 2 games in, 2 of our star players are down again. I don't want a season like this, Des.
Well, we've got 4 down, haven't we? If you think about it, because you've got Ben White and you've got Kai as well, bro.
No, actually, yeah, you're right. So Kai, Ben White, I'm not sure what's happening with him.
And Norgard.
Oh, Norgard as well.
They're not supposed. They weren't ready for the match.
Yeah, I'm just.
So, but they'll be back.
There has to be something within the system that is causing this. We can't blame it on the medical team. We can't blame it on sports science, anything like that. We have to blame the style of fucking play that we're playing. We have to blame it on that. The pressing, etc. Gyökeres, for me, was never the guy because he does not fit into an Arsenal side that is possession-based under like Mikel Arteta. I'm honestly, I'm angry at these injuries, and they have to stop. They have to stop. Arteta needs to get his fucking act together and stop it. And his job is on the line this year.
How does he stop it though? How can you stop it? You can't.
You don't have to play that intensity. The intensity is too much. Man City don't do it. Liverpool don't do it. They still win games. We need to stop the intensity. We have to stop it, or this will continue.
Okay.
Well, hang on a second, because like I'm getting pretty goddamn sick and tired of hearing Mark say, "Oh, it was a shit goal. It was a shit goal." The ball went in the back of the net. Who gives a fuck how it got there? Like the golden boot thing, it's not gonna care. All the goals count for 1 goal. You know, and then you want to say, "Oh, Arteta's job is on the line." How? Arteta has everything he needs. He's still hang on. He's still going up against a fucking nation state that's powered by oil and blood money. He's still going up against Arne Slot, who actually kind of knows what he's doing, but is still running with Klopp's team for the most part. You know, we're doing everything we can. And then to kind of address your point, you know, about how Salah doesn't get injured, but you know, our players do. Salah doesn't track back at all. And if you see Salah, he's always jogging a little bit. Like he doesn't stand around a lot. And so when he has to sprint, you know, he's able to do it and his muscles are still warm. If we're tracking back all the time and you have to all of a sudden sprint all the way to the other side, that's where you're going to get injured. I don't necessarily know if that's I don't know if that's like a style of play thing or whatever it is. But maybe it's just a fitness thing. Maybe we have to change up the training regimen.
But Brian, like a goal's a goal, and the Golden Glove is a Golden Glove, by the way. So I'm going to chuck that straight back at you. The Golden Glove is a gold.
Fuck David Raya.
Fuck you. My goalkeeper has won the Golden Glove 2 years on a trot, And he's you look at the saves in the first 2 games, he's ready to win it again. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. So go and fuck yourself on that. But with that, we need to stop whatever is happening. We need to stop these players getting fucking injured. I don't want to go through last season again. See, last season, Arteta took me to the brink of the Champions League final. He took me to the fucking brink. We should have beat PSG. And we were deflated. We had nothing. Half of our team were out for fucking more than half of the season. I don't want to see that again, Brian. I want him to have a fully fit, amazing squad, amazing bench. I'm glad you've left, you fucking young.
All right, Mark, calm it down a bit, yeah?
No, but I want to see that. And
no, I'm asking you to. I'm asking you to. I'm not having a go. I'm just asking you to calm it down a little, bro. I get what you're saying. Just calm it down a little, yeah? I'll bring him back.
No worries.
I'll bring you back in.
I'm finished.
No, carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah,
That
so
wasn't-
I'm sorry about that.
No,
Like,
you're
I
not
can-
finished. You're not finished because you were saying something, so carry on.
No, I'm finished.
No, you're not finished. Carry on. You and
I was finished.
No, you and Brian are having a good discussion there. I want it to carry on, please. I'm just asking you to calm it down a bit. That's all.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Well, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back on this whole Golden Glove thing and clean sheets. A clean sheet is more on your defense than it is on you. As the
Do you mean as in the keeper? Do you mean?
Yeah, like if you have a shit defense in front of you, you can stop. You can be the best shot stopper in the league.
Well,
But
hold on a minute. There is like a counter argument to what you're saying as well, though, Brian, because you've got to take Sells into consideration for Nottingham Forest. It was a joint Golden Glove last season. So,
But the point I'm making, like Nottingham, like Forest's defense was pretty damn good too. Not as good as ours, to be sure,
Right.
but you can't use clean sheets as solely the measure of a good goalkeeper. You just can't do it. You just can't do it.
Okay, but that's because of how you feel against Raya, isn't it?
Well, no, I just don't like
partly
Raya.
it is. Partly it is. Right, sure. What's your feelings on the Odegaard's injury?
Well, I think in terms of yesterday, it helped us win the game. Him coming off for 30 odd minutes. I don't want to see him injured. I'm intrigued, but I saw there was a report today that the early scans for both of them aren't as bad as what they thought. So that's a good early sign. The second one, I was more worried because I thought it was the same hamstring, which makes me feel like it's going to be a recurring thing, like Reece James kind of has with his hamstring.
But it was actually his left, wasn't it? It was the right one that he injured. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a better thing to have happened than the same hamstring. In terms of what Mark is saying, yeah, I get it. It is frustrating. Whether I blame the tactics on Arteta, I don't think I do. We're 2 games in. They're not overloaded right now. They shouldn't be getting injuries from the start of play after 2 games into the season. You know, they haven't been going all out pre-season. They've been warming up, getting ready for the season. So I don't feel like the way we play should have an impact now. And I feel like Arteta's answered those questions about the way he plays by signing the amount of attackers and attack and depth that these players don't have to play 90 minutes every single game, every single week, twice a week, which should help with that overload. And, you know, there should be less injuries based on that. You know, Odegaard hasn't got to play every game. Eze can play. Ranieri can play.
I mean, yeah, we've got options. We've got options now.
I mean, they don't have to do the 90 minutes the whole time. And they don't have to play every game either.
I agree with you, Sean. I think that's something that's going to change this season. Like, the thing is now, because Odegaard is out, yeah, Eze will be probably playing in his position, let's say, as an example. I'm not saying he will, but I'm just saying he could do, yeah. Then that would make it hard for Odegaard to get back in the team when he's fit.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you agree with that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, what's your thoughts? I might as well say both injuries, yeah. But...
Yeah, it is frustrating. I mean, the counter to Mark is literally we have the best defence in the league because Saka and Martinelli track back. They help out. You look at what Salah does. You look at how City, their wingers don't track back. They're not the best defences in the league. We defend as a team, and that's why we're so good. We've got very good one-on-one defenders if we are caught in transition, and I think Saka's is an unfortunate injury. With wingers, they're stop, start. So it's sprint, stop, and they're going to pick up injuries. No team won't pick up injuries. I mean, it's just fortunate it's at the start of the season, and it's not in the busy period, in the most important part of the season.
Sean is the loveliest, I think. Oh, that's nice. Are you finished, Rich? Sorry.
Yeah. I have finished. I mean,
sometimes you just, I think you're going to say something else, and then you just stop. It's cool. Right. Well, where do I stand on this? I want Mark to come back in, but he's obviously not. I only wanted him to calm down because at the end of the day, he's on a show and he's telling people to go and F themselves. And you know what I mean? I don't mind when he does it in the group, in the banter group, but don't do it on the show, mate. And if you're watching this later, right, that's the reason why I asked you to calm it down, because you're asking people to go F themselves. And I've got to be, as a host, I've got to control something. Do you know what I mean? But we'll have a chat afterwards. It's okay. It's cool.
You know what?
What?
There's a direct flight from Dulles to Edinburgh. I will meet him and not have any issues at all.
I'm sure he'd meet you as well, mate. I'm sure he'd meet you as well. But that's the reason why I asked him to calm down. So if he watches this later, he now knows why. All right. Gary, put your link of your show into the chat if you're still here, mate, and let everybody know where you are. Okay. My thoughts on it is this: Odegaard. I highly rate Odegaard, right? I always have. I stand on my shield, right? But I do agree with you what Sean said back yesterday. When he went off, things changed. I think Odegaard's got to the point where he's trying too hard. Yeah. And I think it doesn't bring out the best in him sometimes. It actually makes him look worse. Or he does things that make him look worse, if you know what I mean. How that lad, though, when he got injured, how that Leeds lad didn't get a yellow card, I don't know. But there we go. And I must admit, when he went down, it looked like a dislocation to me. I thought he dislocated his shoulder. Regarding the Saka injury, me and Richard said it at the time. Yes, we saw him pull up. But because he didn't go to ground straight away, we didn't think it was as bad as maybe it looked. And also, Richard noticed that he was holding his left leg during the watch along. So it definitely wasn't his right leg. And we were just saying at the time, we hope he's just pulled it. Do you know what I mean? We hope
yes, it's a precautionary one rather than.
Hopefully he'll be out for a couple of weeks or up to a month max. Yeah. Is it bad timing? I mean, end of the day, if injuries are going to happen, you want them to happen at the beginning of the season, don't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're looking at timing, if he's out for 3-4 weeks, that would put the international break into play, and he'd miss maybe 2 games at most.
Yeah. No.
So,
but you see as well, right? He's gone down the tunnel. He had a word with Arteta. You don't think now this is the other side of the coin, right? And this is going to sound a bit mad, right? But you don't think it was a little ploy put Liverpool off for next week, do you?
No, I think he generally felt something, and that maybe from what his previous experience, a little bit of fear, a little bit of oh no, I felt my hamstring. This could be serious again. I'm going to come off, and he's not. He he said to Arteta, I felt something. I'm not sure what, and just popped off. I mean, the scans are saying it's not as bad as they first feared, which means it's not a grade 3. So that means it's probably just weeks rather than months. So
Is my suggestion crazy?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, but that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard other people say.
I mean, I definitely saw him in Match of the Day this morning, like mouth, because he covered his mouth. I can definitely see him telling Arteta it's his hamstring.
Yeah. You definitely saw that. Yeah. I'm only saying what I've seen other people say.
I don't think he'll be ready for. I can't see him being ready or risked at Liverpool. It's not worth. It's not worth what we want for the season, is it?
No. Brian, your thoughts on it? I mean, as I say, it's what I've heard other people and read other people said that it was a ploy to trick Liverpool. What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think there's that much Machiavellianness, for lack of however the fuck you say that. I don't think there's that much obfuscation that goes into a game.
I get you.
I'm also if he's out for a couple weeks, with Madueke, with Eze coming in, I'm not that concerned about our depth. I'm really, really not. We've got Dowman, that Max Dowman.
Well, we're going to talk about him in a second, mate.
He did great. I don't think Waneri had the best game that I've ever seen yesterday. But by the same token, I mean, we still scored 5. And so we have that depth that we've been looking for, we've done really, really smart transfers in the summer. And so short answer, no, I'm not that concerned.
Fair enough. Sorry if you can hear a lot of banging from my side. There's idiots letting off fireworks in the street, so I apologise for that. Right, Max Dowman. Who wants to go first? Don't all rush.
I'll go. Yeah. Well,
I
mean,
that kid's good. That kid is good.
Go on, Richard. Go on.
Go ahead.
No, I'll let you go finish, bro. You started, so.
No, that kid is really, really good. That kid, I'm not gonna sit here and go through passing accuracy or anything like that. I'm a big fan of the eye test, and that kid passes the eye test with flying colors. I want to say I saw a stat yesterday where he won the first penalty that we've had at the Emirates since January of 2024, something like that, forever. And looking at it, it could have been a soft penalty, but he still made that run. He still made the defenders commit. He's in it to win it, and I think that he's going to be really, really good. I think we need to hang on to him at all costs.
Okay, cool. Go on then, Richard, because you were going to go. So
yeah, I mean, came on. First couple of times he tried to go past Goodmanson, wasn't successful. Lost the ball. Hurried back. It was industrious. Got the ball back. Showed some neat touches, but then he got the ball on the touchline. He turned and he went down the touchline, and he went shoulder to shoulder with Goodmanson. Got the free kick. Then just after that, at the end of the game, he dances into the box. His feet are so quick, and what he does with the ball when it's so good, and he's upright. So, and his head's up, and I'll say it, my initial thought, because of the angle you saw it from, it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't until you saw it from the camera angle from the clock end that you saw the Leeds player stand on his foot, and it was a definite penalty. But he's going to be class. I still wanted to use him sparingly. I still want do this right, because he's still a young man going in, but he has proved he can hack it in the Premier League.
Okie dokie then, that's no problem. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, so, and believe me, I will deal with it as well. So let's get something. Let's get something right. End of the day, I'm here to host because I want you guys to enjoy yourselves, all right? So Sean,
Yeah.
your thoughts on Downman, please, mate.
Positives, I mean, there isn't negatives as such, but in terms of positives, yeah, it comes on, is exciting. I think he's way ahead of where Nwaneri was when he came on against Brentford at 15. Like when Nwaneri came on, you're like, okay, yeah, will we see him again? I don't know. You know, you're going to see Dalman again this season. Just like for his stop-start, being able to take players on is incredible. I think he got his first real taste of what Premier League football is about. I think he did struggle a little bit with the physicality, which I don't think he would have properly experienced in pre-season, albeit we played Newcastle, but they're not fully fit. They're not playing in the Premier League yet, and they're not going all out. Those Leeds players dug into him, and I think he struggled a little bit with the physicality, but he's 15, so how good is he going to be when he's 18 and he's built out a little bit more? So I'm really excited about him. Like Brian said, he's someone that must stay at the club.
Oh, totally, yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted at the moment. I do apologise, guys. Max Dowman's, right? You've all said it, so I'm not going to repeat what you guys have said. Otherwise, we've wasted 10 minutes. Probably a silly question, but I'm going to ask it. Do we play him? Do we start him at Liverpool?
No.
Okay. So he is going to be a bit part player then, isn't he? He's going to come on with 20 minutes to go if we're 3 or 4-0 up, sort of thing. Is that how you see him? See it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could throw him on against maybe a Burnley, a Sunderland, a Wolves, if you need to, and give him extra minutes there. But you're not chucking him on at Anfield unless you're comfortable, and you're not going to be comfortable at Anfield. For big games, you don't. Unless the game states dictates, you don't risk him, and you'll see him against in the Carabao Cup plenty, and Arteta will manage him properly. I'm confident of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be like, if you're chasing a goal or something like that, I don't think he's ready to put on yet. I don't think he's ready for that. You know, I do think, run him out in all the Carabao Cup games. Run him out. If we are up big, get him that experience, and we've seen what he can do, and he's only just going to get better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, can I just add something, guys? I mean, I know I'm the host here, and you guys should be doing all the talking, and I apologise for this, but I've got to bring this in. Yesterday, was it Goodmanson? Was that the right back he was up against?
Yeah.
Is that his name? He had him in his pocket. And Goodmanson was a unit, right? Okay. Goodmanson was a unit. And he just absolutely went round him, ghosted him. And he had to tangle him up to stop him. And this kid seems to be able to get penalties. You know what I mean? He just seems to be able to get penalties. So I would bring him on with 15, 20 minutes to go just to see if we could get a penalty. I mean, I know that's very tongue-in-cheek, but you know what I'm trying to say, don't you? And to me, Max Dowmans has proved to himself that, and to us, that he should be on that pitch. It doesn't matter about age, right? To me, it don't matter about age. Yes, there's the argument to protect him, but he proved to me yesterday that he deserves to be on that pitch, and he wants to be on that pitch, and they're two big factors. Who
would he be going up?
I think there's some things with European law as well, isn't there?
Maybe
about working times.
Maybe, and obviously he's only taking his mocks at the moment, isn't he? So
He's still
Yeah.
on school holidays. He can play against Liverpool.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Colin. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks, appreciate it. This could possibly be my last ever show, guys. So I've got a decision. I've got a decision to make later. I'm just letting you know. I've just decided this. So in this last moment or so, this could be my last show. So we'll see how it goes. And as you can tell, the wind has kind of been taken out of my sails. But again, it's not all about me. As I say, I'll have a chat with certain people later on. So it is what it is. I've lost track of where I was now. Oh yeah, we were talking about Dalmans, weren't we? I've got to make a comment about the referee from yesterday, guys. I've got to be absolutely honest. I think I said it to Richard in the watch along. Hardly noticed he was there yesterday. I thought he was a really, really good ref. What's your thoughts, Sean? What's your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, I actually said that during the game. It's like he's just letting it flow. He's not getting too involved. He's carding when in the right time. I no complaints about the ref whatsoever. That's the first time in a long time I can say that.
I think the only mistake in my eyes that he made yesterday was
The Odegaard one.
Not giving the yellow card for the Odegaard foul.
Yeah.
And that's me being absolutely totally honest with you. Brian, your thoughts on the ref?
Yeah, I think he did a really, really good job. You know, if I'm not mistaken, he's the Australian dude, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, he is not. He was. He is. Yeah.
like you know, I hate to bring up the PGMOL bullshit, but that's probably one of the reasons that and he's consistently a good ref. You know, like he's not gonna play favorites or anything like that. You know, he's gonna pretty much call it down the middle. You know, he's gonna let people play, and then when they get out of line, you know, that's when he's gonna step in. But I think because he's not English, you know, he's able to detach himself and just ref the game the way that it needs to be officiated.
Cool. Nicely put. And I think you're right. I do think you're right. Richard, your thoughts on the referee?
Yeah, he had a solid game yesterday, and that's all you want from any ref to ref equally both teams and not be noticed unless it requires that, and you can't fault his display really. I mean, yeah, you're always going to get the odd little decisions that you might not agree with, but everything big, he pretty much got spot on, didn't he?
I would say so. I mean, I even saw him having a joke with Declan Rice. So, you know, I mean, if you can have a joke during the game with Declan Rice, then, you know, that tells me something about the ref, you know. Right. I wanted to do player ratings, if that's okay with you guys. So basically, there's no halves. It's either 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. None of these half scores, right? And we'll do all the players, the ref, the crowd because you were there, Sean, and the manager. All right. Okay. So we'll start with obviously David Raya. I'll start with Sean because he's at the top. So Sean, out of 10 for Raya, please, mate.
I'll go with. It's hard for Raya because for me, it's probably I'll go 8. You could say 7, but I'll go 8 purely because didn't have much to do. He had one big save in the game. His distribution was on point. His passing around the back was really solid. There was a few pressure moments during the game, and he just made the right choices, made the easy choices, and didn't do anything wrong. So can't give him a 9 or a 10 because he didn't have enough to do.
Right. Okay. So you're giving what did you give him? Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, 8. Sorry, I apologise. Brian, what are you going to give Raya? I know you don't like him, but going on performance, performance only. Brian, performance only, right?
Performance. I would agree. I would give him an 8. I will not say his name, but like that was a really, really good save in the first half against that header. Like I can't take anything away from him there. You know, I think that howler that he has in him, we didn't see it yesterday, which means at Anfield we'll probably have 2. But yeah, like as far as his distribution, like it was smart. He didn't try and do too much. I can't shit on him, but so much, so I'll give him an 8.
Okay, cool. Richard?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what the guy said. It's a 7-8. It's hard to give him anything higher because he only had one save to make, and everything else that he did was routine. There wasn't much wrong with that performance.
Fair enough. Like, I agree with you guys. After that save, he had nothing to do, did he? 7, 8, 7, 8. I'm going to give him an 8 like everybody else, I think. Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair score. Right, we're starting with Jory and Timber. Sean?
Can't really give 10 out of 10s, but like he scores 2 goals, keeps a clean sheet, does everything you need him to do. So I guess 10.
And gets an assist.
Yeah, 10.
10. Fair enough. Look,
Best right back in the league in my eyes.
He's, like I said before, I think he's very underrated by the fan base, to be honest.
By the whole league.
Yeah. Good point. Brian?
Yeah, refresh my memory. Did he get an assist during the game or no?
Yeah, his assist for Saka.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Like I would give him a 9 out of 10. Maybe if he scored a hat trick, I would give him a 10. But like he played as absolutely well as we would have wanted him to play. He was involved in the attack. He was locked down on the right side. Like, yeah, I really, really can't say anything against him.
Cool. Just before I ask you, Rich, Colin, no 0.5s. I did say that at the beginning, right?
Colin, he likes his 0.5.
Okay. Richard, Timber for you.
Yeah, 9. I mean, you can't fault that display, can you? Come back from ankle surgery, came back late to pre-season, and he's still looking a bit rusty, but we know how good he is and what he brings to his team.
Fair enough. He was my man of the match, wasn't he, Rich?
Yeah.
I've got to give him a 10 because end of the day, 2 goals, an assist, and he just played so well yesterday, I thought. So 10 for me. Right, who are we going next? Saliba. Saliba, please, Sean.
7.
7.
Yeah,
is that a strong 7 or just a steady 7?
Steady. I think he didn't really stand out to me. Do you know what I mean? But that's not his fault. It's just again, didn't have much to do. Just a quiet game. He did the odd things right here and there, made the right pass. So yeah, it's 7.
Cool. Brian? Gabriel?
Yeah, I'd give him a quiet 7.
You give him a quiet 7?
What?
A quiet 7?
Yeah, I'd give him a quiet 7. Like, he didn't do anything wrong, and like there was nothing stellar about what he did, but at the end of the day, if you help your goalkeeper keep a clean sheet, then you can't be but doing, so much stuff wrong.
Okay. Go on, Rich. I'm coming to you next. So
yeah, 7. I mean, it was solid and steady, but unremarkable. So
cool. Colin, do you want putting on the naughty step, mate? Right. So it has to be Gabriel next, doesn't it? The one that Mark claimed that he was going to run away with. So Gabriel, what are you going to go for, Sean?
It's honestly exactly the same as Saliba for me. 7.
7. Okay.
It's exact same reasons.
Sweet. Brian?
Yeah, same.
Okay. Richard?
7.
Well done, Len. Yeah, I'll go 7. Okay, this one might be a little bit different. Calafiori, Sean?
Calafiori for me is an 8. He actually is quite interesting to watch live. Actually,
he had a really good game. Actually, he had a really good game, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, and he got the assist, defended well, didn't get beaten on his side, which he does get beaten a lot. And he just where he pops up just astounds me. He plays it a lot different to Skelly or Zinchenko. The amount of times I'm there, I'm like, he's on the freaking left wing or inside the left wing. And he's just there ready to make the attack work. He's really, really good player, really good. I really need him to stay fit.
Cool. Yeah, he was really good until MLS came on and took over. He was really good. I think we're seeing a different side of Calafiori this season. He's not making the mistakes he was making last season, I don't think, or he hasn't yet. Let's put it that way. Brian, your thoughts on Calafiori, mate? Calafiori 0. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, Brian. Sorry, Mr. Tom. Calafiori 0 out of 10. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Leeds fan, of course. You know. Carry on, Brian. Sorry, mate.
I mean, I think the two assists speak for itself. You know, as far as getting beat down his side, yeah, Sean, to echo you, you know, last year he was getting beat down his side. You know, I also think that Leeds really didn't have the opportunity to challenge him down his side. I do think out of the 4 we had on the back line, like he's the weakest defender that we have right now. But I would have to give him an 8. You know, just on stats alone, I don't know that it passes the eye test for me to give him the 8. But at the end of the day, the numbers kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah, I get you. Go on, Rich.
8. I mean, you can't. He's unorthodox, and he got the assist. He kept a clean sheet, and I like that sort of marauding player that pops up where you're not expecting him. It makes it difficult to play against as an opponent. So I thought it was one of his more solid displays defensively.
Very good, very good. Calafiori got an assist. Did you say he got 2 assists, Brian? What was the second one? I know he did for Gyökeres. What was the?
I don't remember exactly who it was, but I know it was 2 assists.
Are you going to call it an assist because he got the corner that Declan Rice put in on Timber's head? Is that? Because I don't remember. I'm only saying because I don't remember the second assist. That's all.
No, I mean the stats are saying he got 2. Like I can't remember exactly.
If the stats say it, must be right. So I'm going to go 8. Yeah, totally. So we're on to the midfield now. Let's start with Zubamendi. Sean, away you
go. I find Zubamendi tough to grade because watching him, I thought, yeah, he's had a great game. He's everywhere. I just don't really know how to grade it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what he does. That's what he's paid to do. So I guess an 8. He was literally in that. He stopped so many attacks. He got in on players really quick. He intercepted well, moved the ball forward, made a few bad passes, but I think that's what we want from him because we want him to take those risky passes. So I don't hate that he's doing that. So yeah, an 8. He did his job exactly how we want him to do it.
Okay, fair enough. Yep. I have been corrected, mate. He assisted Timber's goal apparently on the corner. So you were right, Brian. I apologise. Zubamendi, mate. Can you give us a score?
Hang on. Come back to me.
Okay. Richard, score for Zubamendi, mate.
I had him as a 9. I mean, he's different source. He just little bits here and there. He'll step in at the right time. He wins his tackles well, and for the Saka goal, Rice won the ball back, but it was his ball straight into Timber, allowed Timber to make that pass. He knows how to zip it along, slow it down. And he will make his pass accuracy will, but he's the one trying to get risky pass because if it works, it leads to an opportunity. I thought him and Royce were masterful yesterday.
Fair enough. He was your man of the match as well, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. It's just because I love Party, but he's I can see him transforming our midfield and elevating us this season.
Okay, cool. Brian, are you ready, mate?
Yeah, I would give him an 8. I said it before, when we were talking through the dream transfer window stuff. But it's one of those things where if you watch the game, you won't see Zubamendi. If you watch Zubamendi, you'll see the game. And that's exactly what he did yesterday. Like that's his job, to control the game. He tried some passes that didn't necessarily come off, but he did exactly what we're paying him to do.
Yeah, great words, really. Yeah, to me, I call the man a ghost because he just seems to appear, and he can take the ball off you without fouling you. It's an uncanny skill that he's got, and for me, you guys may agree, you may not. He's an upgrade on Partey for me. So I'm going to give him a strong 8. I'm going to give him a strong 8. So there we go. Who we do? Zubamendi, Odegaard. Right, so Odegaard went off pretty soon, but let's go Odegaard, mate. Sean? 6.
Yeah.
That's a standard, isn't it, really? If you go off early, I guess.
Yeah, 6. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave that up there for a second because that's Emerson's scores.
Just say he didn't do much wrong, but he didn't do much right for me. Yeah.
Fair enough. Brian, your thoughts on Odegaard, mate? Your score?
I would give him a 6. Not to keep copying everybody, but I think it's telling where we were more open and more flowing in attack after he went off.
Okay. Yeah, we said that earlier, didn't we, when we were giving our match breakdown? So yeah, Richard, your thoughts on it, mate?
Yeah, I mean, 6 because of the time he's on the pitch. I mean, what he does for us is he leads the press and he does all that really well. He does have to stop slowing it down in midfield at times, but you can't give him any more for the time he was on the average score, just above.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yep. Actually, I'm going to give him a 5 because I don't think he was on that long. And like you guys said, for once, I'm going to say that when he went off, the game picked up. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 5. So Rice, much better game than against Man United. I have heard it said about Rice that it takes 3 or 4 games to get warmed up. But Sean, you score for Rice, mate.
Rice, I'll give a 7. I don't think it was one of his best games for me, but I don't know if that's just me not seeing him much or paying attention to what he was doing in compared to what was on telly. I don't remember much of Rice. The only thing I can remember in the game of Rice was a steaming run forward, and then he passed it to Max, and then nothing really came of it. But he did.
And there was the corner for the Timber goal.
His corner deliveries are just like the best deliveries on the planet, aren't they? Like, yeah. 7 for me.
Okay, Brian.
I would give him an 8. I would give him a quiet 8. The corners, like I love how he's able to just drop them on dimes. And that's an ongoing thing. But you didn't really see him give up the ball. He made some decent passes. He broke up a couple plays. I think it was a quiet 8.
Okay, cool. Richard?
8. The assist, and what I'm loving is that him and Zubamendi are dovetailing. If Zubamendi's forward, he's dropping back. If Rice is going forward, we're building that relationship. And as I said, Zubamendi's pass in got intercepted, Leeds were breaking, and Royce broke up the play. And it was then Zubamendi's pass to Timber that set up Saka's goal. So it's not the all marauding display that you expect, but it was solid still, if not unspectacular.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Fair comment. Fair comment. So we're on the forward three now, aren't we? So where do we start? Let's start with Eberechi. Sean?
A strong 7, I'd give him.
A strong 7? Cool. Do you want to say why?
Yeah, he lacked the assist, and the end result of like his deliveries were a bit. I could see what he's trying to do a lot of the time, but he just never wasn't accurate with his crosses. Didn't whip them in enough. But his defensive contribution, which Chelsea fans complain a lot, he doesn't do. He did very well. He got back, trucked back a lot, sprinted back a lot. The way he played off the Calafiori is really good. It's not his favourite position, and he did a better job than our current left wingers. So yeah, I think I was really happy with how he played.
Okay, cool, brilliant. Brian, Eberechi, mate.
So I'd give him a solid 7. You know, like Sean said, Sean, I'm basically just like copying all your answers here, man.
Copy and paste, isn't it? Copy and paste.
No, yeah, he tracks back. You know, he wasn't as effective as we may have necessarily wanted him to be. You know, getting the ball in, but if I recall correctly, once he switched over to the right side, he was handling business. He was handling business.
It was a different player.
Yeah, like a solid 7. Solid 7.
Richard?
7. Again, it's pretty much what the guys echoed. It's solid. He did well on the left. He looked better on the right, but he offers different. He's direct. He's wanting to get that pass away or get that shot away. And I like what I've seen in the opening couple games.
Well, you guys have said it all. I will say, yeah, when he was on the right, different player. So yeah, he's got it in his locker. Solid 7, yeah, solid 7. So who we got left? We've got Gyökeres and Saka, and then we've got the subs. Yeah, okay. Saka, guys, we'll go with Saka. Sean, please.
He got the goal, so I'll give him just a 7. He was doubled up a lot, didn't do much wrong. Back from an injury. Yeah, I think 7's a fair. Probably would have gone up higher had he stayed on the pitch, not gotten injured. But yeah, I think 7's pretty fair.
Fair enough. Brian?
Yeah, I would give him an 8. You know, apparently. Thank you so much for that excellent analysis, Bubba.
He's agreeing with me. He's agreeing with
me. The goal was great. The goal, I love it when he scores with his right foot. I love it when he scores with his right foot because he's not one-dimensional, and we know he's not one-dimensional. Yes, thank you so much. It sucks that he got injured, but while he was out there, he was arguably the best player on the pitch. He really was.
Fair enough. Richard?
Yeah, 7. He was good. He was his usual self, and the goal. It's where that was placed. It was placed just around about the shoulder blade, so the keeper couldn't get his hand to it, even if he wanted to, and it was done with pace as well. So I thought it was really solid. Would have been an 8 if he'd been on saw the match out, but.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
Right, so we'll do Gyökeres and then we'll do the subs and the little bits else that I've asked for. So Gyökeres, Sean, I'm going to let you go last for a change. Richard, Gyökeres.
I'm going to go 7. It could have been an 8. He missed out opportunity, and we've discussed it. But those in big games could cost you. You know what you're getting with him. He'll use his physicality. He'll use his pace, and he doesn't look pretty on the eye. So that's my reasoning behind it.
Brian?
Like, honestly,
No, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at it because Richard said he doesn't look pretty on the eye. But he scores goals, Richard. He could be the oldest bloke that walks the earth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
You know
technically, yeah.
you know what? I would give Jokers a 10. I would absolutely give Jokers a 10 because he scored the goal. Okay, sure. He missed that one where he slipped, but he scored the goal. He scored the penalty. He was doing what he needed to do. And if nothing else, he got the vibes. He said, no, the Premier League is not too big for me. Like I belong here. You know, I would give him a 10 for that.
Okay, Sean, Gyökeres for you?
9 for me. 2 goals, can't complain. You know, a 10 he gets a hat trick.
Yeah.
Spread himself about a lot on that front line. He made a real big effort to hunt down the keeper a lot. Nearly got to him a few times. He hunted down the centre back. He held the ball up well. He does what he needs to do. He chases the ball down. Yeah, so 9 for me. And I don't think his goal was a shit goal either. I thought it was a fantastic goal. It was really, really nice to watch in the ground.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 9 for me. Hat trick, he would have got a 10.
Yeah.
I agree. Hat trick, he would have got a 10. The first goal wasn't it. Mark is entitled to his opinion, and I know me and him have had a falling out, and we're going to carry on this falling out after the show, but that's mine and his business. I will say this though, wasn't a shit goal. To me, he cut in like Henry would have cut in. That's what I saw. And the penalty, the keeper could have had all week to get there, and he still wouldn't have got there. Yeah.
He's cut in as well, Des. He touches the ball just at the right time, just to slip it past those 2 defenders, so they can't get there.
Touches. I was just about to say, Sean. I agree. There were 2 little touches that no one really noticed. Yeah. But me and Sean have obviously. I don't know if you guys did it. You might as well have done.
Yeah, I noticed. I didn't think that it was a sublime touch, but it got him through.
Richard, do you know what it was? It's a touch that strikers do.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be sublime. It's just a touch. It's 2 touches that strikers do, and that stretches.
Yeah, it's one that he does. It's his trademark finish.
And those 2 touches stretched the defenders and gave him the gap. So, break it down how you see fit. I mean, Mark is entitled to his opinion. That's cool. I ain't got a problem with that. But end of the day. 9. Right, I'm going to speed this up, guys, because we're getting a shorter time. So Ethan came on first for Odegaard. Just give me your scores, guys. We won't go into why and ifs and buts. We'll just go scores now, yeah? So Ethan, Mark, let's see. Sean. Mark's not even here. Sean, go ahead. 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, he didn't have the. I will say this: he didn't have the best game, I don't think, but he did his job. Brian,
5.
Richard, 6. Cool. Right. So we've then got Mascara. I'm just working out who the subs were. We've got Mascara, Trossard, MLS. Was there any? Oh, Dowmans. Was that the last? That was the last.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just right. So we'll go Mascara. Sean.
6.
Brian.
He's not my number 3, so 5.
Okay, fair enough. You're so bitter.
6.
I am bitter.
Leandro Trossard, guys. Sean.
4.
Yeah. Brian.
I'd give him a 5.
Okay. Richard.
Yeah, I mean, 4. I didn't see anything, but he's just come back from injury, but I still wanted to see more from him.
Yeah. To me, he didn't really do much. I didn't realise he was on the pitch, to be honest with you. Who we got left? We got Dowmans, and who was the other one? Oh, MLS, of course. MLS.
Skelly,
Sean, MLS.
5.
Okay. Brian.
I'd give him a 7. He showed really well to me.
Okay. Richard.
5. Again, it's more about the time he was on the pitch rather than the than what he gave on
I'm
the
actually
pitch.
going to give him a 6 because he did one of those runs that he does every game. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to give him a 6 for that. But I can understand why you guys have scored him the way you have. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so now we come down to the meat and potatoes, really. Dowman, Sean, give you the privilege of going first, mate.
7 came on, did a job, got the penalty.
Yeah, yeah. And the kid's potential is it's rising, and it just keeps rising. Brian?
All right, give me like 15, 20 seconds on
Oh
this
no,
one.
no. All right. I'll tell you what. You can say what you want to say about. Sorry, Sean. I'll come
No,
back to you.
I'm good. I don't need anything else.
Okay,
right.
cool. You can say what you like about Dowman, and you can take as long as you like. All right.
For the amount of time that he was on the pitch,
Yeah.
for the amount of time he was on there, I would give him a 10. For the overall impact on the game,
Yeah.
I would give him a 6 or a 7.
Okay. So where?
If that makes sense.
No, it does
Because-
make sense. But then, what is your final score? You haven't given your final score. You've given this and that. Well, so what would be your final score?
But final score would be a 7.
Would be a 7. Okay, cool, cool. I can understand how you're breaking it down, but you kind of gave it like a this and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
7's cool. Richard, go for it.
Yeah, 7, 15, put onto the pitch, given a limited time, and you affect the game. What more can you ask?
For me, it was the beginning of boys becoming men. To actually get him on the pitch, even though it was only for 15 minutes, to do what he did, to get the penalty. Yeah, I agree, a 7, touching an 8, to be honest, because given a bit longer, I think he would have scored. If he'd have come on a bit earlier, I actually think Max Dowman would have scored, and he would have been the youngest scorer ever. And that would have been something to be really proud of, but that's by the by. So here we go. Referee, let's go to referee. Go for it, Sean.
I've got to give him a good score, but I don't like the ref, so I don't really want to.
Okay, well, just give him the score that you see fit, mate.
Yeah, it's a 9. He didn't know he was there.
Okay, cool. Fair play. Brian?
Yeah, I'd give him a 9. You know, he called the game, you know, right down the middle. He gave us the first pen in like Sundays. You know, there was no real arguing with any of the calls that he made. He did a really, really good job. Really good job.
Okay, cool. Richard?
7. He had a good game, but it wasn't perfect. So but it's nice to see a referee.
Is a referee ever going to be perfect, though, Rich?
No, no, but I'm a little bit pedantic in certain areas like that.
Okay, cool. I know you are. I've worked with you long enough. You know what I mean? Right, so it's got to be Arteta next. Sean, Arteta score.
10.
10.
Setup was right. Better than 5-0. Made some good subs. Can't complain.
Yeah, I will say that about Arteta yesterday. His subs were at the right times, weren't they? Yeah. No one got burnt out yesterday, did they? I mean, even Gyökeres didn't look tired after 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, Brian, Arteta, mate.
I'd have to give him a 9 only because he had Ryan on goal.
Oh, for God's sake! No, it's fair.
No, legit. I would give him a 10.
No, it's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Richard.
10.
Okay. All right. Well,
You can't a 5-0 win at home. You give a youngster a debut. What you can complain about the injuries, but sometimes it's just pure bad luck, and it's a perfect display by a manager when you win 5-0
that's
at
fair
home.
enough. That's cool. Right, Sean, I've got to ask you first because you were there, right? Okay. Yeah. Fans, mate, what would you give the fans yesterday?
Honestly, it's hard to say because before the game they were brilliant, and I'd go and we'd have the Eze coming in, and I'd say they're about 7, close to an 8. But then that drops to me to like a 5 because I can't believe how many people were leaving at 80 minutes.
What people really?
80 minutes, they were flooding out of there. It
Oh,
was,
mate.
I've never seen them flood out so early before, even when we're winning, and it's a Saturday. I literally flooding out of there at 80 minutes.
Am I out of order if I say they're not real fans?
Honestly, I couldn't get my head around it at all because people leave at 85 quite a lot. They want to beat the traffic, whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
But
Yeah, I
they're
can
80
understand.
minutes, and they were flooding out of there. Like it was really strange, and it kind of
Was
pissed me
there
off.
a load of I call them selfie fans in there yesterday?
Yeah, there was. It did feel a little bit touristy, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The bloke's there with his girlfriend, and he'd rather be taking a picture of him and his girlfriend holding a pint than watching the game, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't. It's the worst I've seen it. The first game of the season at home, I don't get it.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's mental to me. That is.
Yeah.
Brian, I don't know if did you hear the fans at all?
It was hard to tell on the TV.
Oh, okay, all right. Same for us, really, Richard. Wasn't it? The only time we really heard the fans was when Eze came on.
Yeah, I mean, again, a 7-8. They seemed pumped for, but there again were moments there where they were quiet and maybe they stung themselves out earlier in the game. It's hard to tell.
To be honest, like Richard, I can't really give a score because, as I say, the only time I heard the fans, Sean, was through your video that you sent us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but I will say this. What really annoys me, and I've just mentioned them, the selfie fans that are there probably for one game, right? They're taking up a season ticket for someone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or the likelihood is they've used someone's season ticket, or but I just think it's ridiculous of how many people they were even there when we were there watching Athletic.
Yeah,
there was a couple of
those games you expect to see them, but not necessarily when the season starts.
Right, okay, that's cool. That's fair enough. Right, guys, I've got one more thing to talk about, and then we are done. Okay, the Banksy mural, the North Banksy mural, it's been defaced.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's chucked white paint at it. There was a thing saying it was Tottenham fans. Now, I've got no proof of that, so I can neither confirm nor deny. But how sad is that?
Yeah, it's irritating.
It's just an idiot. It doesn't matter whether what team they support. Just a mindless idiot, isn't it? Destroying somebody's piece of art.
Yeah, and to say that as well, because there's loads of other murals down there. If you're going to, what makes it look like Tottenham fans is because it was Eze. That's probably why that rumour's flying about. But there's so many other murals down there that you could have destroyed as well. So that makes, as I say, I can neither confirm nor deny it, but it's just wrong. It's wrong. It was a nice piece of art as well. I thought.
I was going to go get a picture of it, annoyingly. But
yeah, hopefully the North Banksy will do it again.
I think he was already up there. It was just before the game fixing it.
Was he? Oh, right. So you might next time you're down there, mate, you may get your opportunity to do so. Okay, guys. To be honest, I think we've come to the end of this show. We've covered everything. I think. Is there anything else anybody wants to cover? Oh yeah, we did sign a 16-year-old today as well. Where's he from, Richard?
Shamrock Rovers, Ozivan, I think isn't pronunciation. But he's a midfielder, 16, highly rated, so he'll go straight into the academy.
Right. So in closing, I want to thank all my guests tonight. You've been absolutely brilliant. Mark was great as well until he went off, but that was his choice, so that's cool. If I've offended anybody this evening, I would like to personally apologise. Wasn't my intention. Okay. So before I go, Sean, thanks very much, mate. Been a pleasure as always. Thanks for being here, and I hope our paths cross again soon. I hope. And Brian, always, brother.
Always, dude. Always.
You do bring a different dynamic. I'll give you that. I do give you that. Don't worry. And Mark, I know you went off, and I know me and you are going to have a chat. That's fair enough. We will. Thanks for being on the show, Richard. Where have you gone? He just walks off, guys. He does this to me on. He does this to watch-alongs as well. He does this on watch-alongs. He just walks off. Richard,
Let's get his Dr. Pepper.
I bet he's either got to get his Dr. Pepper or he's gone to the toilet, right? I'll say thank you for Richard, and as I say, on Monday, this isn't actually going to be my final show because Richard wants to do a transfer deadline day show on Monday, and we're starting from 12 o'clock, and we will be going on till I believe it's 8 o'clock at night, something like that. I'll be doing the first 4 hours with Richard. I'll do that because I'm a man of my word and I won't let him down. You guys are coming on. You guys are coming on at some point as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta do the time difference in my head.
It's all right, Rick. We'll sort that out with you on the day, mate. It'll be easier, won't it?
Okay.
Yeah. You just come on when you're ready because they're going to be on for most of the day anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't panic about time difference for you on the day, mate. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. What is the better time for you? Because is it better when the kids are in bed, or that's the only reason I'm asking?
Well,
oh, there he is. Hello,
no,
Richard.
Because if it's noon time for y'all, then that means it's like 7 a.m.
Right.
That
Okay.
means it's
Well, no,
7
we're starting at noon, mate, and we're going on till 8 p.m. at night. So.
Right, but that's your time.
Yeah, our time. Yeah.
Right. So that means we're starting at 7 over here.
Right.
And then go until 3 in the afternoon. So I mean, I'll probably be in and out because it's a holiday.
Mate, whatever.
Whatever you can do, mate.
Same for you, Sean. You don't have to stay. You can come in and out whenever you want. Yeah, because obviously you'll just have the link and you can bounce in and out whenever you want, mate. All right. Okay, guys. So all I can say is thank you to everybody in the chat. The chat's been lively tonight. We've had Leeds fans, Mr. Tom in there. We've had Gary, DWT. Go and check him out on YouTube. He's got a great channel. Don't Waste a Tweet, he's called, I believe. We've also had Jansen, Colin, Emerson. If I've missed anybody, I apologise. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Hopefully see you on Monday for the transfer deadline day. Come and join us and have a chat with us in that. As I say, we're going to be going on from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, maybe even longer. And take care of yourselves. Love each other. Take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. And there's only one more thing to say. Come on, the Arsenal.
Up the fucking Arsenal.
Good night, guys. See you later. Thank you.